And I kind of put this quote before I say this, like, give me a minute while the slide loads. And then, people kind of think, oh, it's just a minute, so it's not going to be such a big time. But I just want to show the impact of the 60 seconds. So in just the 60 seconds, there have been 1 million logins on Facebook, 18.1 million texts that have been sent, 300K scrollings on Instagram. And just that kind of blows my mind, like how many things happen in just this 1 minute that we've been speaking about. Kind of shows how big the digital or the online world is and how much impact people can make if they get their strategies right, how much businesses people can gain if they have the right mediums and the right channel strategy. Yeah, this is kind of something similar that I spoke in the previous slide. It says that ever since the internet has become popular, more and more businesses are now trying to innovate their ways to speak to consumers who are online. And the first email was sent in 1971 by Tom Romelson, and then Google was invented in 1998. But since then, there has been this massive growth in the internet section with more and more people, coming on internet medium, or mobile phone penetration has increased. And even if you see that in 2016, TikTok was launched, and now in 2020, it has absolutely exploded with, a lot of different digital platforms coming in, Zoom, for example, or Teams. But yeah, this whole new world of digital that exists. And that's why when you want to capture somebody who is in that online world, if your consumers are there, and if you want to target them, then you have to change your marketing a little bit. And this marketing is known as digital marketing. So in terms of definition, if you look at digital marketing, it is any form of marketing that exists online, which also encompasses all the efforts that we use on electronic devices. And what businesses are trying to do is leverage all these digital channels, such as search engines or social media or even email marketing or websites, to talk to their current and prospective customers. Tell me, guys, if I'm going too fast, because I think we have covered this. I'm just conscious of everyone's time, but feel free to stop me if you have any questions. So yeah, as I mentioned, COVID has been a big call for digital transformation. It has affected our lives in more than one way, mostly bad. But I think, the positive or the con of COVID-19 has been the entire transformation in the digital field. And this is something that I really love to see, like how between 2019 of April to 2020 of April, how much massive, growth has happened in digital per se. So, and kind of also think that this is the beginning of COVID-19, lockdown, which is April, and now we're sitting in November. So you can imagine how big this growth is going to be. But even just looking at the April numbers, you'll be able to see that there were 128 unique million users that joined between this time. 301 million internet users that joined in, and 304 million users, which are active social media profiles that were created. So just a massive opportunity for everyone there, because if you want to talk to your customers and if you want to know where they are, kind of gives you a perspective that everyone's online. So that these are the channels where you need to talk to them if you have to sell your business or if you have to sell your services. Yeah, this is a kind of slide which shows about media consumptions during COVID-19. And, it kind of also differs from what age group you are in. If you look at boomers are, obviously have increased their media consumption, but the type of media they are consuming is mostly around TV, free-to-air, and also catch-up TV. And mostly they're consuming content which is related to, statistics of COVID-19 or more of government regulations or government information that's being shared regularly. And if you look at millennials, of course, their media consumption has also increased, but in different sectors. So they are now consuming more YouTube, or more tutorials, or they're trying to upskill themselves through online channels like Coursera or edX. So you see that their media consumption is very different to boomers. And if you look at our Gen Z, it's absolutely opposite. They're not even consuming TV. They're not consuming the COVID-related news. They're not looking at regulations. They are using more of apps for gaming, for example, Twitch. They're also using a lot of TikTok. So you see, this slide kind of shows you, even though it's online channels, but it's really important to know where your consumers are and what kind of media channels they are consuming, so that you know where to broadcast your messages. So this is something, a 3-step strategy on building your marketing strategy. And I'm going to skip the word digital here because I think this is relevant for all sorts of marketing, whether this is offline marketing or traditional marketing or digital. But 3 key important things for you is to know your market, refine your message, and then select the right media where you want to broadcast these messages to attract your consumers. So the first one is identifying your market. And when I say by market, it generally means your target audience or your consumers or end users, so people who are going to buy your product. And I'm kind of going to give an example of something that we sell at L'Oreal, which is Garnier BB cream. So this is a BB cream that kind of works as a moisturizer, also a sunscreen, also has SPF in it, and gives you that tinted effect. So it kind of is like a no makeup look, which is very popular these days. And when we want to sell something, it's very important for us to understand who is our target audience. So who are we marketing this to? And the key way to finalize that is to look at demographic details. So gender, age, income, occupation, all of that kind of sits under demographic details, but also their geographic details like their country or state, etc., or their province is also necessary. But at the same time, something that is really important is to understand the psychographic details of your target audience. Like, what are their attitudes? What are their interests? What are their opinions? What's their lifestyle like? And for example, when we wanted to market this, we knew that this needs to be marketed to someone who's very active, who loves to go out, but it also time poor, because instead of applying 5-6 different things, they want something quick and easy. So the key thing is to understand your business message when you are trying to sell your product. How are you trying to sell it to them? And to know that is to first understand what are the wants and the needs of your customer, and what are their pain points and issues. For example, when we were talking to this, I think one of the insight that we got is that when mothers, who are generally time poor, if they had to go and do a quick drop of their school children, or need to pick something from grocery store, they don't want to just go as is. They want to put a little bit of makeup, but at the same time, they don't have a lot of time to do the entire makeup routine, then apply an SPF on it. So this is like a shortcut for them. So they put it on in 5 minutes. You have 5 things on your face, and this is how our marketing message was also done. It was about something like a quick fix, or something that's easy for time poor moms. And we literally, had a mom in the TVC, which kind of speaks to the audience and they relate to her. And now this is an important one. So you've got your target audience right, you know what product they want, you know how you're going to message that product, but how do we tell all these customers that, hey, we've got this product and this is something that you need and where to buy it? And that's where your media strategy kicks in. So I'm someone who's worked in traditional marketing in my previous work experience, and I've also worked on digital marketing. And I think it was some lacks or differences that traditional marketing couldn't complete, and that's why digital marketing came up. And it kind of now, I wouldn't say it's the end of traditional marketing, but I think digital marketing has become more and more important because of these issues in traditional marketing. For example, limited time span. If we do a newspaper ad, or even if somebody is writing about our products in a really nice Cosmo magazine or a beauty magazine, what happens is that if somebody wants to look at that ad a year later, it's almost impossible for them to find that exact section or find that exact ad and then look at it or use it to go and buy a product. But if you're online, if you're on digital, it's so easy to find you, because even if you make an ad today, even after 5 years, if I put a quick search on Google or any other search engine, I'll be able to see that ad. The second one is difficult to target. Back in the days, we used to make this whole billboard ads on roads, which had like beautiful messaging of our products. But the problem is that it's a big investment, but also it's something that everyone sees. If we have an Australian open message, I'm happy for everyone to see, because I know it's brand awareness and everyone's going to be interacting. But for this, it's probably not a right solution, because men are not going to be using this, but billboards are seen by all the men. So if I have to be very specific around speaking to women who are mothers, who are new moms, who are time poor, or who are active, I won't be able to do that with a big billboard ad. But this is where digital marketing helps, because you can actually refine your targeting based on behaviors, based on interest, based on likes. And the third part, which is really great, is to understand the success of a particular campaign. I'm going to give an example of Coca-Cola. Imagine if Coca-Cola does an ad and they do like a print ad in newspaper. They also put like an off location let's say in a restaurant where there's a big signage that you see, and people buy more Coca-Cola because of these ads. Or they send a flyer to your house and you read that and you decide to buy that particular Coca-Cola flavor. It's hard for that business to know that which of these marketing has really worked for them. Was it the newspaper ad, or was it the billboard, or was it the signage or the flyer? Because it's really hard. You cannot interview all these people who bought your Coca-Cola to ask them, hey, which ad did you see, or what made you purchase this? But this is something that you can do with digital marketing. You can refine your ads and really find which ad is working and not working the next day. For example, like if you are running a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad, you can actually see their performance and tweak them if necessary. So it's really real time. And I think because of these drawbacks of traditional marketing, I think digital marketing has really picked up. So what is really digital marketing? It kind of sits under different pillars, and I'm going to talk about them in a little bit of more details. But majority of digital marketing kind of sits under search marketing, mobile marketing, email marketing, and social media marketing. So what is SEO? Every time people talk about digital marketing, all these buzzword comes to your head. SEO, PPC, and CPC, and what is all this? It's not confusing at all. Search engine optimization is basically, it just refers to a technique that helps your website rank higher in an organic or natural way on any search engine results. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example. So what I did was I just typed in digital marketing in Google, and then I'm going to talk about this section up there, but here I'm going to be talking about these ones. And then the reason this showed up on my Google search was because these particular websites or these particular blogs have used the right SEO strategy. So what they mean by SEO strategy is just using the right keywords in something that you write in your post or on a website, so that when someone searches for that, Google shows them. So it's basically telling Google that, hey, this is what I'm writing in my blog, and if somebody searches by this topic, please show them my website. That's basically SEO is. And I'm also going to show some, okay. Just give me a second. I'm going to go back to my slides. So I'm going to talk about certain tools that I use as an entrepreneur for my business, but also at work. And I'm going to tell you that these are really helpful if you really want to improve your search engine optimization. So if you are a business and if you want to ensure that you are listed high up in the Google rankings, this is something that you can use. Keywords Everywhere is a Google extension that I highly recommend. It's everywhere, and I'll give you an example. So this is the key search that I did for BB cream, and you will be able to see that it shows me all the trend for BB cream, so how popular it has been. And it's really nice because it shows me for not just for 7 days, but entire 5 years lifetime. So I can really know if I want to bring something else, or if I say I want to show CC cream, then it'll be able to show me how popular that is. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, so it'll show me how that's become more popular in the recent time than BB cream was. So as a business, I'll decide, oh, maybe I need to change my strategy. And instead of having BB cream, which has now dropped in, I launch a CC cream, which is going to give me more sales or more benefits. At the same time, it also shows you these. This is really helpful. This is kind of showing you what other keywords you can use. So these are related keywords, and what other things people are searching for. So people are asking for, where they can buy or how to use it or the benefits of BB cream versus foundation. So with these, I can really know how I can tweak my messaging, or, if I'm making an ad tomorrow, I'm going to show how CC cream is better than a foundation, because I know people are looking for that. Or sometimes, in the keyword search, people would say how to use a CC cream. So in my ads or in my messaging, I'll write a blog about it on how to use it, like 5 steps to use it. And I know that that will really draw the attention from people. So yeah, so these are just some keywords that I highly recommend for you to use. This is something that I absolutely love. This is called Coreschedule.com, which helps you analyze your headline. So if you want to write a post, and if you want people to come to that post, then you can actually write your headline right here and analyze it. For example, this is something that I have written. That, hey, I want to show people the latest digital trends during pandemic. And then it'll show me what is my score is. So it'll say, hey, it doesn't have a lot of good balanced words. It's very generic, or it's neutral. And then if you change a few things, then you'll see that your score changes. So really cool way to understand your blog post and how you can improve with that. Okay, I'm going to go back to my screen, which is really important. So we heard what SEO was, and now I'm going to talk about SEM, which is nothing but search engine marketing. And kind of in layman terms, we can say that SEO is more organic because you're not paying for it. All you're doing is you're ensuring that you're using all the right keywords, you're using all the right, long tail keywords or related keywords, so that your ranking is better and Google is showing you. But if you really want Google to show you, there's also a way to do that, and that's called paid advertising. So everything that's paid advertising kind of sits under search engine marketing, and lots of different ways to do this as well. A couple of things that I use is, again, Keyword Everywhere, which shows you PPC. Spoke about this Keywords Everywhere extension that I use. It also shows you cost per click. So what is the amount that you need to pay if you have to buy a particular keyword, which I think is really exciting, because you can decide how much investment you want to do. It will show you different keywords. For example, if I'm doing a moisturizer campaign and I'm looking for keywords, I'm probably not going to use moisturizer because it's a very popular keyword. A lot of different brands would be paying for it. So I know the cost is really high. So I will use something that's very niche and a long tail. So instead of saying moisturizer, I'll be saying moisturizer with hyaluronic acid used at night, or moisturizer or tinted moisturizer. So I know that the traffic for these would be smaller, but also very niche. The people who type this are people who are interested in that. So depending on the keyword volume and also the cost that I need to pay, I can then align my keyword strategy. Sorry, I had to jump between these two. Yeah, so PPC is nothing but pay per click. So it's the price that you need to pay for every time a consumer clicks on your ad. CPC is again cost per click. And I think you can obviously learn a lot about this. Search engine marketing, I think, is a little bit tricky because it's a little bit complex because there's a lot of things that comes into play: your location, your keyword that you use, also your bidding strategy. But if you are keen to know more, you can obviously learn a little bit more from Google AdWords and their training. You can find them on Digital Garage or Skillshop, and kind of understanding of Google Analytics would also help you get this. But I think the key criteria for any search engine marketing would be to have a very clear CTA, which is call to action. So what do people want? What exactly do you want people to do when they see their ad? Do you want them to click on something? Do you want them to take to your website? Or do you want them to directly take you to your cart, for example? So you have to be very clear around that, and even there you can decide your bid strategy, but also whether you want awareness, so more reach, or you want conversion, which is basically more sales. So based on that, you can actually refine and make best use of search engine marketing. Give me a second. All right, now this is the third pillar, which is content marketing. And it's basically just a very strategic approach focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a very clearly defined audience. And obviously, at the end of the day, you also want a very profitable customer action, which is buy your product or subscribe to your email list, or just like your page or follow your Instagram account. So this is really important. And one of the guru of content marketing will be Gary Vee. What he does is, he creates this really exciting and engaging video where he talks about the questions that people ask him. So I think content nowadays has become really important, especially if you are on Instagram and you're trying to grow your Instagram account. People usually used to keep doing sell, sell, sell. So I'm selling this, buy this. I remember even in my I Am Lucknow, interview, people would ask me questions like, sell this pen, or, sell this book to somebody who doesn't need it. And I think that had been the whole sales cycle so far. But now our customer or our consumer has become really intelligent. So don't sell a pen to somebody who doesn't need it. Sell this pen, and now with content marketing, what they do is they don't sell the pen. They tell you why pen is important. They tell you what to look for in a good pen. And then at the end, they'll say, hey, by the way, we also sell this pen. So there's higher chance of people buying it because they see your Instagram account or your website as something that's providing valuable information, somebody who's seen as an industry expert. And if I'm looking for it, I'm more likely to buy from you because you're giving all this valuable, relevant, and consistent content to me. So you're my first choice. So I think this is way the marketing has and sales has changed. So it's not more sell, sell, sell. Nowadays it's become give, show value, show content which is relevant, and then people are more likely or definitely likely to buy from you. This is really exciting, which is email marketing, and I cannot stress enough the importance of this particular channel. If you look at just your ROI, maximum ROI is, got through email marketing. That's because, this is kind of a list that sits with you. If you look at all your Facebook or Instagram, I've seen people having millions of followers and, or thousands of comments, but it's not something that you own. It's definitely something that Facebook owns or Instagram owns. And, there have instances where an entire Instagram account was blocked or an entire Facebook account was blocked, and you lose all your earnings or you lose all those connections. But email kind of sits with you. And as I mentioned, if you if you have a very clear email marketing strategy, your return on investment is as high as if you invest $1, you end up getting $38. It's really that high. And the only reason being, because people sign up to get all this information from you. So first of all, they are interested in what you're selling or what you're providing. So it's easy to convert them into buying or convert them into, using your service. Again, for email marketing, few things that you really need to remember is the timing. When do you send it? So when most likely are your people, more open, more eager to open your email. Have it more customized. So don't say, hey, user, try and customize it through their location or through their name so that it's more relevant. Use a really nice copywriting. I think that's so important. Don't keep it super generic, but also have like a hook when you're writing a subject line, and which makes people open a particular email, for example. Also ensure that it comes, so if you have a business, say lovedeliver.com, so don't send an email from admin.lovedelivered@gmail.com. Use your website's professional email, because that's when people are most likely to open any email that you send. So small little tips, but can really help you with your email marketing. I'm also going to show, I probably wouldn't have here, but I'm also happy to share certain websites that I use that, similar to Coreschedule. You can actually put your subject line in there, and it tells you in terms of scores what you need to add, how impressive it is, or how persuasive it is for people to open. So you can really customize your emails based on that. So in terms of, I think all these digital marketing, email marketing is probably my favorite, just because of the efficiency and also the control that it gives you with your customer base. This is a big one, which is social media marketing. And it's kind of like just creating content to promote your businesses and products on various social platforms, such as Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and also Google. And I think nowadays people are also now talking about Twitch and TikTok, really popular channels, but it's more about, creating organic content with them, but also paid content as well. So Instagram ads and Facebook ads are a big hit these days. And I think in terms of engagement, that's where you get the highest engagement. Just give me a second. I'm going to show you, now Instagram has got a lot of different platforms. Not platform, but I would say different medias through which you can engage with them. Like obviously you have static posts, but something that shows a lot more engagement are your stories. So try and play with your stories. That's where you're going to get a lot of traction towards your business. Reels are really important these days. These are just like 15-minute videos, 15-second videos that you can make, high in popularity right now. It's almost like a replica of TikTok, but Instagram are promoting them from their own end. So if you make Reels, there's a higher chances that you will be shown on the feed of your followers. And if it's something that's very informational, then higher chances that it'll be shown to wider audience. So if you want to grow Instagram, definitely get onto the Reels. And something that I really wanted to show was understanding the insights and the way that's done. Let me know if you're able to see my screen or my mobile phone, sorry. Would someone say yes, please? Sorry.
Yes, no, it's not. There's glare on it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm going to try and bring it a little forward, but if you'll be able to see, I think the key important ones to see over here are the saves. So saves have become the new likes or super likes. So in fact, one save is equivalent to 5 likes. And what it means that your content is so valuable that people are saving it so that they can come back and see it. And then the more saves you get, the more likelihood of Instagram showing it to a wider audience. So ensure that you have that more. And then the second one is the importance of hashtags. I've seen a lot of people posting, as business owners on their Instagram feeds, but not adding hashtags. Hashtag just makes your post really discoverable and more people can follow you. And in fact, a lot of people can start following you just through these hashtags. For example, this is one post that we did recently, and you can see that 1,280 people started following just from that particular hashtag. So I think social media marketing is a really powerful tool if done right. So always look at the insights, always look at not just the post inside, but also your follower insight. You can actually at the end of your profile on your insights page, you're able to see when they're active. So when is your followers more active and what time of the day, what time of the week. So use that insights to really, align your strategy so that you're posting at those times so that it's shown to more people and more people are then likely to buy your product. Well, these were the strategies or key fundamentals of digital marketing. So what I've done so far is kind of given it a, I've kind of spoken in terms of how you as a business owner or how you as a business or a brand or entrepreneur can use digital marketing. But this is something that I'm adding in just to show the growth in careers in digital marketing as well. According to General Assembly, there were more than 200,000 recruitments done last year just in this particular sector, which is digital marketing. And even if you just look at the number of ads that they were posted, there were 174K jobs that were posted just for digital marketing managers. And it's just a very transferable and emergent skill. So if you are keen to, really upskill yourself or get into a career that's high in demand, I would definitely suggest having a look at digital marketing. And there are heaps and heaps of online courses or certifications that you can do. These are the ones that I highly recommend. There's so many others as well, but have a look at these. Ones from HubSpot. The popular ones are HubSpot Content Marketing course and HubSpot Email Marketing course, which is a really good deep dive for you to understand on how, what are the different nuances of these particular strategies. General Assembly and Apps Flyer in India also have lots of online free courses that you can attend to get, even as an entrepreneur, you can always do them to get your hand dirty and, try and implement some of the strategies for your own businesses. But if you're somebody who is looking for that career switch, I think these certifications will really help. There's another one from Digital Picnic. They have 6 weeks long courses. I think they're based out of New South Wales, but a really great way to upskill yourselves with these guys. But if you have more time in your hand and if you want a little bit more strategic way of learning all these, then I also recommend trying Google's Digital Garage or Skillshop. A great way to do them. They also have AdWords certifications that you can do. And these are industry-wide, accepted certifications. So they would really help you in your jobs as well.